What is up, everyone? TheAireaidLord's here, and I'm doing another episode of my retrospective. This is episode 5. I started doing this when I hit my 10-year channel anniversary. I started watching back some of the stuff that I did previously. This is to review stuff that I've done in the past. First episode, we watched that Assassin's Creed Brotherhood walkthrough that, of course, started my whole channel. Then we went to some of the recording stuff, whether it was the JVC camcorder or the Sony DSC HX1 camera that I used to do all of my video game footage with. And then we talked about Game Talk, which was the first semblance of internet usage I ever used back when I was 11, 12. It's a very eye-opening vlog. It was fun for me to do because I was uncovering lots of information that had been lost for a long time. It was an incredible trip down memory lane, something I've never talked about on the channel before, so definitely go check that episode out if you haven't already. Episode 4. For episode 5, a past collaborator and friend of mine, Pete or P-Dog on YouTube. He doesn't make YouTube videos anymore, but I'll give him the plug anyway. He suggested that I use the WayBackMachine to check out some of my old YouTube content, not necessarily like the videos themselves, but more like the layouts of the channel. So if you guys don't know, I'll just load this up right now. The WayBackMachine. Let's see. I'll do a Google inquiry on this. So this is the WayBackMachine. It apparently is explore. Look at that. It says it. Explore more than 623 billion web pages saved over time. So it gives you snapshots of websites in their very old forms. I wonder. I honestly should have done this with Game Talk because that would have probably yielded me some very interesting results. Because it probably would have pulled up all of the, how the website, used to look. Now, I did get some screenshots from other sources, so I was essentially able to show that, so there's no need to do that again. But it would be interesting to see if, certain pages for some of, the really old, PS2 games were to load. But for now, I'm gonna do it for the channel. So I'm gonna do it for my YouTube channel. So I have my channel here. So if I click on my channel, this is what I got going here. I still have a 4-month-old teaser trailer vlog as my trailer. That sounds just about right, considering I haven't uploaded a whole lot. This is the channel I've got going on down here. Yeah, I mean, I'm still highlighting some of the stuff that I this was a popular playthrough of mine, Ratchet Deadlocked from 2013, so I highlighted here. E3. Once in a lifetime. That was a huge trip. Put all that here. All that footage is here. Obviously, all the playlists. A lot of those playlists are the Walking Dead reactions. My popular uploads are obviously reactions to some of the bigger episodes of The Walking Dead. My most popular upload apparently is the episode where Carl gets bit and dies. Then you have the episode that follows it. And then the mid-season finale, episode 14. This freaking video that comes up, how to access Nuketown zombies from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I don't know why this video. I get comments on this video at least three times a week. I don't know. For some reason, this was just this niche thing that people couldn't figure out, and I just wanted to make a video about it, and it's gotten almost 200,000 views. So I guess there's some interest there. And then this was for me just to upload to my own music records, an unreleased sound clip from the Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of my favorite shows. There was an interview that they did with the track team that did the soundtrack for Avatar. This is a very iconic clip encompassing Prince Zuko's character, and I wanted to highlight it. So and then this is also really fun. College, when I was in college, I did a bunch of this GTA Madness and Destruction, which mostly is GTA 4. I did one episode in GTA 5, just goofing around college stuff. Speaking of goofing around college stuff, Matt is good at the games he plays. My friend Matt from college, we did this really, really funny montage here of 5 episodes. This was a lost episode that we had like recording files from, but we had to piece it together. This is before we started doing the idea, so it was the lost episode. So we did one to GTA 4, Watch Dogs. The lost episode was on Infamous Second Son, GTA 5, and then Watch Dogs 2. That was 4 years ago. I wanted to do this more. Like, when we were doing these in college, I wanted to do more of them, but we just did not get the opportunity, so that's all right. And then Season 8 reactions, one of the more popular reactions for The Walking Dead. Writer's block, that is awful writing advice from many years ago. And then my most recent upload. So, okay, if we take this channel and we shove it into this WayBackMachine, let's browse. I want to browse. And we'll see how many snapshots that we have. For some reason, it's only showing one. I don't know why. Let me do youtube.com/TheAireaidLord. Alright, maybe that'll do it. I don't know why. Let me see what this one snapshot is. Because, like, I loaded my channel and it has a bunch of encode on it, so I'm going to try to get the different backslash. I mean, this isn't even going to load anything different, right? Like, this capture is still the same YouTube layout, just from 2019, right? And this isn't even showing anything, so. Okay, let's change that. Let's hit. All right. So, my channel was saved 40 times between November 6th of 2011, oh my goodness gracious, and May 3rd of 2021. So I guess we'll just start with the earliest one and see what we got. So let's take a look at the first entry. Why not? Now keep in mind, this is going to blow some people's minds for people who remember the old YouTube layout, and this is the old YouTube layout. Wow. Okay, so so this was the old YouTube layout. I wish they had kept this, because if you compare, like, let's compare this to this. Look how much more customization, just from a graphic design and a photo standpoint. Look at, you have like this grid, this black and red grid. You've got some popular characters from video games, Assassin's Creed, Master Chief, Shepard. Here, like, what do you got? You got this little strip of banner, and then you've got videos just endlessly stacked on each other. Like, it's such a stupid. This, even now, is better than this, and I just can't. I can't fathom why YouTube changed it. I can't. And I've always, and most people know, like, every single change YouTube made to the channel layouts was progressively worse. They made one in 2010, 2011, 2012, and then there was the YouTube channel 1 around the time that the Xbox One was having their big kerfluffle in May of 2013, and ever since they have stuck with this awful, awful, horrible design. So it's a shame, because you really could customize and get some. I mean, you can still do the trailer, most recent trailer, all of the concepts that YouTube's added. You could still incorporate them into this layout. And for some reason, they were just like, nope, it's one or the other. We gotta, scrap customization if we want to have all of these features. It's like, you don't have to do that. Like, I don't get why they had to. I don't know. Anyway. So whenever this snapshot was taken, so yeah, this was the most recent video I had. So Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception Campaign Part 32 on November 5th, 2011. It got 115 views, I guess, for that point in my YouTube career, I guess you could call it, my YouTube existence, more like it. I would have considered that impressive. So we had, before this, we had the PS3 unboxing. That actually got decent viewership. 644. The Ultimate Dark Side Phil. This is when I was still making freaking montages for Phil. Holy shit. The We Didn't Start the Fire and the Ultimate. Oh my god. Cringe. So much cringe. And you can see 3 of my favorited videos. The Elder Scrolls. So this video was from, and I think this video is still up, my brother's high school. I didn't go to it. It was a private school. The music director did a rendition of the Skyrim theme song, and Bethesda favorited it. So that's what this video is. I don't know if you guys, like, it's a random story, and a lot of people probably know that, but that's what this is from. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. And then I liked one of Phil's videos, 50 emergency airdrops. It was just a Modern Warfare 2 glitch. And then I'm actually making this vlog one day before Halloween. So what I did for Halloween 10 years ago, I played Zombieville, which is a mobile game for the iPhone, which was very interesting, holding the camera trying to film that. That was an interesting kind of thing. So, and then my most recent playthroughs after that was Battlefield 3, both the multiplayer and the campaign. So, if any of you remember this layout, you had friends and subscribers were two different things. Now, this YouTube had a very, like, MySpace feel to it. I don't know if there's any Gen Zers here who don't know what the hell MySpace is, but it had a very much, like, you add friends, but then people can still subscribe. They broke it out in that sense. And then you had this column, which so again, there were two ways you could express yourself with this old layout. The art and the writing. So you have the column here that has all of your written content about who you are, the About Me section. Look how well this was organized. Your name, your channel views, your total upload views, your style, when you joined, when you were last active, the subscribers, and then your website, which could, I mean, for any big YouTubers, they usually had a website like Angry Joe. I know he has a website. Very easy to just go to someone's website and view their content, right? And then you could talk about it. I'm an avid gamer, and I can tell a great story. I also make some creative remixes for my friend. I barely met the guy. I met the guy like 3 months before this at a convention. I'm calling him my fucking friend. I mean, again, a lonely, trying 16-year-old trying to use the internet as his platform. Honesty, trustworthiness, and respect are just some of my qualities, but they're qualities everyone should have. Well, I still agree with that to this day. For those of you who have been asking, my gamer tag on Xbox 360 is my YouTube name, TheAireaidLord. Oh, but here we go. I think I copied this right from Phil's page. But please don't send me random friend requests. I can't accept it if I don't know you. I will be getting a PS3 soon. Well, actually, I should have probably updated that because I had a PS3 unboxing video right here. I'm getting a PS3 soon, so stay tuned for a variety of gameplay. I do have a PS2 and a lot of old games and systems in my collection. Perhaps I'll dig through them one day to show you guys what I've played over the years. I try to play a variety of games, but due to conflicting matters in my personal life, I can't play every single game. Those conflicting matters were school. Just going to say it outright. I went to school. I was a sophomore, junior in college when I would have written this. Junior in college, oh my gosh. Junior in high school. Sophomore, junior in high school. I was still a freaking kid, wasn't even 18 yet. So going to school, living with my parents, having 3 siblings in the house, having my parents in the house, that was what was keeping me from making content all the time. Because my parents were just going to shut off the electricity in my room if I made videos for hours and hours on end. Obviously, I didn't want to admit that because I didn't want to look, it was like a reputation thing. Like, I didn't want to look like the, this weak kid, and I wanted some intrigue around who I was, and I didn't show my face on YouTube until 2012. I actually hid it. Like, any update video I made, like, I was always pointing my camera at my TV screen. So, for the entirety of 2011, like, I went to lengths to hide my identity. So, I try to play a variety of games, but due to conflicting matters in my personal life, I can't play every single game that comes out. So I just try to play the games that I'm interested in that are popular. I'm always open to suggestions, so feel free to leave a comment. It helps me out when recording in the future. Completed playthroughs with my score. So, alright, I'd say for high school writing, that's not too bad as a description, as far as description goes. So this is the order of what I did on my channel. So, Dead Money DLC, I had this Buy or Deny series for DLC. It rhymed. I thought it was clever. And then I would rate games. So it looks like I gave Dead Space 2 an 8.5. I gave Bulletstorm an 8. I gave the First Strike map pack a buy. Brotherhood Da Vinci DLC buy. Defiant map pack deny. Homefront 7.5. That's a little high for that game. Crisis 2 8.75. It's funny, I just downloaded the HD version of Crisis 2 and the game's boring the hell out of me. I don't know. Maybe I was suckish at video games back then. The Gears 3 multiplayer beta, Escalation map pack. Brink was fucking awful. I should have lowered that to like a 2. Red Faction Armageddon. I'm just browsing through these now. Deus Ex. Oh, 9.5. That was one of my favorite games I ever did a playthrough of. Human Revolution. Yes. And that's one thing. Like, if I didn't do YouTube, I never would have played Deus Ex. So there's a few games over the course of doing YouTube that I'm like, if I hadn't done YouTube, I wouldn't have played that game. And Deus Ex Human Revolution is one of them. So very thankful for the fact that I did the channel. I would not have played it. As someone who enjoys storytelling, atmosphere, that was amazing. Like, you don't even need to be into video gaming. Like, it was just a good story, a good atmosphere. Great game. Same, I guess, goes with Arkham City. That was also a very good game. There were a lot of, like, good games that came out towards the end of 2011. Same with 2012, but there was, 2011, and it flew under the radar a little bit. I actually list my hometown here, New England. I didn't specify it. I thought the region was broad enough that no one would know. Occupation. I have various jobs on a day-to-day basis. Making YouTube videos for the fans is something I do on the side for enjoyment. So, again, I didn't work. I had a summer job. Like, I worked at a breakfast restaurant doing dishes during the summer. But I didn't work. When I was at school in high school, I did not work during the school semester. I have no fucking clue why my interests are Chuck Norris versus John Malkovich. Like, I can't for the life of you explain why that's there. I have no idea. We're just going to move on. Movies, The Dark Knight, Inception, Gran Torino. Those are all great movies. I would probably add a couple more onto that right now. Music, rock, alternative, techno. I probably would have added Timbaland. Because that is... my music has definitely ballooned since this. Books, I wrote one. So, and you can see the cover of my old book is actually my thumbnail. That book is not available, by the way. It was a self-published book that I experimented with in high school, so that is a long dead entity that will not see the light of day. Oh shit, I wonder if this works. So this is my buddy's old channel. It doesn't go back. That's interesting. I see this Spasmodic Studios here. I kind of got excited. I was like, "Ooh, that was his old his channel?" I think that was the one that got hacked because he had two. He had the Siege Cinema and he had Spasmodic Studios, and so I think the Spasmodic is the one that got hacked. So I don't know. Maybe I can do some WayBackMachine with the, with that later and see if I can view his old channel and do some of that stuff. But all right. So that's the 2011 snapshot. That's pretty interesting. It looks like the next snapshot... Well, let me go back. If I can go back to the WayBackMachine and let this load. We'll do 2012 and see how different that looks. Now, this would be a new round of background art. So this would be someone different, and the YouTube channel layout would also be alternative. Okay, to this day, I have to say, to this day, this is my favorite channel art that I ever had. Sorry, my nose is running. That I ever had. Ever. This, like, look at how amazing the font and the electricity, the red. This was so incredible. I love, like, the outer space background. You've got a couple more things that I, like, like, big, like, before it was just, like, random video game characters and random stuff of that nature. Now we get some of the, like, the bigger items that, like, I'm really into. So, The Dark Knight, Amon from The Legend of Korra, Jak and Daxter, my favorite video game series. You had Ratchet and Clank, the Brotherhood of Steel guy from Fallout. At the time, GTA 5, there was only, like, one trailer. So we didn't even know who the characters were. So that's why there was just the GTA 5 logo. And then you have Altair from Assassin's Creed. This was just so cool, man. I wonder if we click on the designer. No, yeah, Shady DZN was the designer. So shout-outs all these years later. I think you can still find his video on YouTube. He never took it down. But this goes back to what I was saying about YouTube making ridiculous changes. Artists, there used to be YouTube channels dedicated to people just making channel art. And all of that went away in 2013 when they blew up these backgrounds. It just killed an entire... Like, I know, like, you kill one audience, it brings birth to another, but it was still really disappointing to me that had to happen. I hated that. So you'll notice that there's no more like lengthy description here. It's very brief. So now, my subscribers go up significantly. About the Air Aid Lord, this is a channel dedicated to my video gaming hobby. You'll find many gameplay videos here at my live commentary. Enjoy. Also, I apologize. I don't know, my nose is bothering the fuck out of me right now. It's very cold out, so that's probably why. Latest activity, July 9th, 2012. So this was the summer I was doing all those HD collections and a lot of that throwback footage. So Ratchet and Clank HD collection is the most recent video on here. You can actually see a lot more of my featured channels now. You have an entire section where you can put that. So we had, obviously, Phil, Digital Pictures Week. I don't know what the hell that means. Crochado, Nestor. I did a lot of zombie stuff with him in Black Ops. Became a good friend of mine through all that content. All of that is still on my YouTube channel. These two guys were from the Street Fighter community. I met them at like conventions that I went to with Phil and John. Speaking of John Rambo. Machinima, Rip Machinima, 4 million subscribers. Oh man, the days of Machinima, when they ruled the video gaming universe. We had to beg them to get a Machinima contract, and that's what I did. I got a Machinima contract with them. The King of Hate forums. This is actually where I met Pete, or P-Dog, at this YouTube. I don't remember what this is. Oh, this is the Siege Cinema. This is when he just opened his YouTube channel. Oh God. All right, we're gonna leave that for another day. I don't want to get into that right now. And then this was the Project 7 YouTube channel that was created for the web series. So yeah, can I like look at any of this stuff? Feed? Oh, okay. Does it show comments too? I wonder. Nah, it's not gonna work. Alright. See, certain aspects work. So the activity was kind of out of control because you could see, like, I could go back and, like, see stuff that people did. Like, you could click on their channel, hit the activity feed, and you could, like, load up, like, what someone was doing. And all I was doing was just going through, like, just uploading a bazillion fucking parts because I made small-ass videos for, camera footage. So there was that. Trying to think if there's anything else. These are really the only two iterations of the channel, the 2011 and the 2012 one. But again, as you can see, there was less and less and less, and then that went into this, where everything is pushed now. So it's just very odd how they changed all of this. I mean, I could probably make an entire vlog about that, but and you could even search. Can I even search my own channel here? Is there a feature? Oh, there's this little search button, so I guess there is, but I don't know. It felt more at home, this view. Like, I know there was a lot of scrolling. Like, even if you go to featured, like, it was just like a stack of playlists. Like, right here, it was like a stack. But you could customize this. Like, you could put this in any order you wanted. And I just liked that there was a lot of art with the channel. Like, I think YouTube's thing is, like, the whole thing about YouTube is that it's videos. Like, if you want to go see art, there are other websites for that. Instagram, known for pictures, although they're getting into video now more and more and more. So, yeah. And then, I guess just for the fuck of it, we'll look, if we jump, we'll see what this looked like when they changed everything. Yeah, so this is different. And this is actually my old... This was for, like, video gaming. So this is before I fully got into The Walking Dead. So I did an unboxing for a limited run game statue. I guess they did kind of change this, right? Yeah, this is even... See, look, they left some things, like featured, recent. Like, they actually left some stuff here. And so they took that away too. Like, the boxes that were stacked on top of each other. Like, again, you used to be able to customize this stuff, but then they just, like, took it away. So, pretty silly. And then I guess I can just go to, well, is that the last one? Looks like it. Let me go back. Just gotta keep 2015. It's probably gonna be modern. No. I mean, there's not many. I don't know how these snapshots get taken. Like, is it people who, like... I mean, you can go in the archive and save it, but, like, I'm almost wondering, like, what reason do people have to save this shit? Like, unless it was because of my Walking Dead content, like, if someone wanted to save one of those reaction videos, or they knew that most of the episode played in it, so they wanted to view it that way. I don't know. Anyway, that is essentially my channel going in the Wayback Machine. Again, my friend personally suggested this idea, so I wanted to give him some due diligence here by running down memory lane. So thank you guys for watching. As you've seen, like, quite the evolution, and it's funny because this incorporates... I noticed the 2014 one didn't have any Walking Dead stuff, and now you got Comic Negan and you got Rick right here. So the Walking Dead slowly took over my channel banners. It's interesting how that happened over time. Even the old Machinima logo right here. So it's an interesting evolution. There's been a lot of different channel art iterations. It's cool. It's just, again, frustrating that it's just the customization went, like, way down. Like, I guess you guys can vote, like, which channel background was your favorite, but my opinion, the 2012 one was definitely, by far the best. And it's just a shame that, you know, that didn't happen like that. It's also a shame that 2011, this is the earliest of the snapshots. There were a bunch. There were a bunch in 2012, interestingly enough. I mean, it won't change the background. It would probably just change, like, what videos were being uploaded. Yeah. Could hit more. TheAireaidLord.com. That's defunct. I had that website to sell my self-published book, but I don't manage the domain anymore, so that does not exist anymore. What would happen if you clicked on it? Nah. It doesn't load anything. Alright. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. This was cool to do. I love the customization I had back in the day. I wish I could have it again. It was cool to read that little blurb right there. You can't load, like, every page, but again, all my YouTube videos, save for a few that I've privated, most of my videos you can go back and look at. So, and I'm pretty sure I had some vlogs where I was, like, ranting about the YouTube upload system, and I probably was taking snapshots of, like, what that what the upload page looked like. Like, there's a lot of back in the day footage just from going back in the day. It seems self-explanatory, but I kind of have to say, like, hey, I looked at some of the interface of YouTube because I ranted about it and so on and so forth. So, anyway, that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching. This is a cool little idea to do. I've done 5 of these so far. I know it's been spread out over months, but it's almost been a year of doing this, and I've only done 5, but I want to save them for big ticket items, and I feel like all of them have been so far. So, anyway, and it's also just an archive for me. Like, regardless of who watches, it's just also an archive. You know, depending who watches in the future, you know, either friends or family too. It's kind of cool to, like, go back and, like, look at some of the stuff that I did and, like, how it looked back in the day. So yeah, it's cool that the Wayback Machine, I mean, you could do that for practically any website, so it's cool that that's a feature. Wasn't really privy to it until my friend let me know, and I'm glad I could cover it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with something Walking Dead related next. Who knows when, but at some point I will. So, alright, peace out, guys.